Okay, so today we're checking out the Loop Stage pedal from Lekato. So this is a small form factor looper that goes on your pedal board, even has a built-in tuner and the ability to play wave files that you load from your computer. So let's go ahead and get this hooked into our pedal board and check it out. Okay, so we've got this hooked up into a small pedal board. What I'm doing here is I'm using this with my Tone X1, which is right here. So this is just a small amp modeler, 2 channels. And then I'm running my guitar into that, this into the loop stage, and then the loop stage is just getting sent direct into some delay and reverb and then into the computer. So a pretty simple setup, and right now it just sounds like this. So let's go through the controls real quick on the pedal. So you've got the regular mono input output, you've got a 9-volt power position here. On the side here, there's a small USB outlet that allows you to sideload WAV files onto it from your computer. And then on top, you've got a level control, which controls the level of the playback. You've got an up and down that lets you cycle through different loops. And you even have a tuner. If you press both these at the same time, it puts it in the tuning mode. And then the main control is just this foot switch. And so there's 3 different kinds of interactions you can have with the foot switch. You can press it once, you can double tap it, or you can press and hold. So if you're recording a loop, like I was in the beginning of this video, right now nothing's playing, nothing's recorded. If I press once, this light comes on, it's going into record mode. If I press again, it's done and it just plays back what I recorded. If I double tap, it stops. If I press and hold, it deletes. So let's demo that real quick and then we'll talk about the other features. So I'm just going to tap it once. So you can hear now, the loop I created is playing. Now if I tap it again, it puts me into overdub mode. I can overdub again. And I can also play over top of it and not record. And I double tap to stop. If I tap and hold, it'll delete. So the function is pretty straightforward. As long as you know how to use the click, the double click, and the press and hold, you can get the right mode that you want. I would like to talk a little bit about kind of the positioning of the pedal in your pedal chain. So one of the things I found with this pedal is you do need to be pretty careful with the levels that you send through the pedal. And there's 2 parts to that. One is the initial signal coming in, it can't be too loud a signal, otherwise you will get clipping in your loops. So best to keep the level relatively low. The second one I'll say is also to be careful about the total level as you record loops and as you're playing on top of it. Sometimes you can get some clipping on the output if there's too much signal. So just generally you need to be careful with the levels and where you put this in your pedal board and making sure that you're not sending too much level into it. So let's talk briefly about the other way you can use this. You can upload WAV files from your computer. And the one thing I'll mention here is I was able to do this very easily from a Windows computer. You plug it in via USB and it looks just like a flash drive basically. And all you do is you name the WAV file the number .wav. So in this case, for loop 2, I just uploaded a WAV file that I named 2.wav, and it automatically loads it up. So if you wanted it to be in 3, you name it 3.wav, and so on and so forth. But what this allows you to do is you can upload basically a backing track to play with and have the pedal play it out for you. So if I do this, what you'll hear is it's going to play the backing track that's in a WAV file, and I can play over top of it. There's the WAV file, and now I can play on top of it like this. So that's really nice. And the other thing you can do is you can overdub on top of these WAV files. So if I wanted to, I could have a WAV file that was maybe just a drum track or some kind of just general backing track, and I could layer guitars on top of it. So there's a lot of flexibility there. And it's kind of nice. That's something that a lot of loopers won't do, this ability just to load in any kind of external WAV file to them. I think, this is a really good option. If you just want kind of a small, lightweight looper pedal on your pedal board just to use here and there, I think this is a great option for it. I think there's a lot of flexibility here. Like I said, the only thing I notice is you do have to be careful with the levels as you send it in the pedal to make sure that you're not getting any clipping or popping or anything like that. But other than that, it works really well. I think it's definitely worth the amount of money that this pedal costs. This is not an expensive pedal. It's a pretty inexpensive way to add this kind of looping capability onto your pedal board. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful, and thanks for watching.